Everybody's got their home lake or place they like to fish. This is where I grew up fishing. You know, the great thing about this lake is it's located in the middle of nowhere. You have to want to get here. 20 or so years ago, we'd go around this pond and we'd go real slow with the trolling motor. You could head up this bank, work your way around and catch 25 to 30 quality bass. I'm talking 2.5 to 6 pound bass. And that was on anything from plastic worms, turf ballas to fly fishing. All right, fish on. Turned out to be a beautiful lake, turned out to be a productive lake. It was stocked properly. But over the years, as time has moved along, I've watched a steady decline. Caught a lot of 3s, 4s, and 5s. And put those back, but I'm afraid somebody else didn't. I just don't know. All the ingredients are here. It's a nice fertile pond, a beautiful area, big acreage. It's probably 7 or 8 acres. It's not silted in too badly. All the ingredients here are here. There's just something that we're not seeing. It's pretty frustrating when you see this much work go into a place and then it go downhill. Now you're catching 10 and 9-inch fish, so we need to get the experts in here. There's obviously a big problem here.
You're going to do a shock treatment.
Oh, yeah. It's got a generator on it. See those things hanging down in the water?
Yeah.
That shocks the water. This isn't really a pond. It's about a 10-acre small lake.
Grass carp seem to be controlling the vegetation, and some vegetation is a good thing. It gives a refuge for the bluegill to hide from the bass. Generally, when we go to a pond this time of year especially, we do see young of year swimming on top of the vegetation, and it's not here.
Here's the biggest bass we caught, I believe.
Sometimes we'd hit a 7. We'd turn them loose. They'd come back, we'd catch the same fish next time. And those are, you know, those are your big spawning females and all that. But it's sad to see what it's come down to.
13.8.
And you check the dissolved oxygen, you check the pH levels. Everything's right for fish to be here. Now, what did you see when you went out and shocked the pond?
It has been over-harvested. This is a relative sample, so we're not collecting everything in here. There could be a few larger fish, but for the most part, I'm going to say Tim's prediction in fishing is right on our sample. I mean, it would be associated with over-harvest.
They can mess a lake up.
That's greedy.
Yeah, that's selfish. What happens when the predator-prey base is disrupted? What if you don't have those big bass to eat those bluegill?
It's what's called a pond will become unbalanced. If the predators are not here feeding off of those bluegill, the numbers will explode.
Bluegill, 7 inches.
Those will allow those bluegill to continuously reproduce with nothing feeding on them, and you'll get an unbalanced population or an overpopulation of bluegill.
And then the bluegill will become smaller.
Yes, they will.
So
they stun out 3, 4, 5 inches, and you have nothing.
And we actually know that there are some people who are breaking the law here. They're taking fish undersized, and they're not being particular. They're just putting them in a barrel and leaving out with hundreds. That's against the law. Just because you have permission to hunt a private property, you still have, if you're the landowner, you have to abide by the laws of Fish and Wildlife. This is a lake that I have known and fished for a lot of years, and I have watched a gradual decline, and it's a really, really sad thing. I knew something was wrong with this lake, so that's why we called you guys.
In this case, it looks like a very fertile pond. It can support a great number of fish. Like you were saying, it's 10 acres in size or so. It's very manageable. as long as people would abide by the limits and not be greedy or selfish, they could have excellent fisheries for years to come.
People wouldn't believe, even a body of water this size, how quickly somebody can deplete that resource.
Deplete that resource just by over-harvesting of those fish.
On to the next fishing hole.